Hello, thank you for joining me today. Well, this is the Thursday, December 12th edition of our video devotionals. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I do hope your Thursday's going well. We've turned off cold again here in central North Carolina. Went from the 60s as highs to 40s as a high, but at any rate, it is that time of year in which we know it's supposed to be getting colder. So hopefully everything's going well where you're at. Well, we're going to jump into it today. Our theme this week has been just using the book of Proverbs. We started at the end of the book and kind of went back into it. Today we're going to be in chapter 25, and I believe verses 13 and 25. So Proverbs 25, 13, and then verse 25 also. Otherwise, thank you for watching the videos. We appreciate that. We mentioned a prayer request a day or two ago about a gentleman having knee surgery. I guess it was yesterday, actually. And that went well. And so he's healing. We've got other folks that are procedures and consultations, all kinds of things. But otherwise, we appreciate you praying on folks on our behalf, okay? All right, so we're going to be in Proverbs 25, 13. Both of these verses has a weather-related theme to it. It says in verse 13, as the cold of snow in the time of harvest, so was a faithful messenger to them that send him, for he refresheth the soul of his masters. Notice verse 25, as cold waters to a thirsty soul, so was good news from a far country. So it's talking about being relieved or being refreshed, in the sense of it's given an idea of being relieved when it's been hot outside, or if you're thirsty, as it's mentioning here. I guess there's no better illustration of having refreshment, if you please, is when you're hot and or thirsty and you've got some cold water to drink. Boy, there's nothing better than, in fact, it's better than any type of milk or sodas or what have you. The point is there's that refreshing. And the Lord is saying there's a kind of refreshment that comes to the soul when you can depend upon somebody. The Bible mentions in verse 13, the faithful messenger. He refresheth the soul of his masters. That's that inner being. There's that reliance upon someone, and you can count on them. And then, of course, verse 25, good news from a far country. I guess that far country kind of illustrates the fact that you're awaiting the news, and because it's far away, especially in that day, you're awaiting the news, and finally the good news comes. It's, well, wow, what a relief, what a refreshing of the soul that's come upon someone when they get that good news, or they can depend upon somebody that's faithful. So all that being said, I guess the practical side of that is this: let's make sure we are the faithful messenger. Let's make sure we're the one that if there's a matter of bringing good news from a far country, may we be a part of that good news. In other words, something that's refreshing instead of bad news, especially if someone's made a bad decision and then someone that loves you hears about it. That's such a downer, as we say. So I know there's negatives in the world, things happen, but the part that we can control, that's making good and right decisions. Let's make sure we do that so that others can be relieved, can be refreshed, can have that sense of knowing that when they get news from our direction, unless it's something that has been happened in our life that we can't control, but if it's just somebody being faithful, someone that's doing right, doing good, helping and all of that, then that's refreshing. It's like taking that cup of cold water when you're thirsty and drinking that. And that's our news for today. It's short and sweet, and let's make sure we're the ones that can bring that refreshment to people in the sense of how we can make decisions in our life. Okay. All right. Well, Lord willing, we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is the end of the work week once again, and we're getting closer and closer to the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day event. Otherwise, be careful out there if you're traveling. A lot of traffic. Sometimes people are pouring into the areas because of visiting family and friends. Sometimes people are really busy going to shopping and trying to get to places. There's people that go on lunch break. They're trying to get everything they can out of that 30 minutes or an hour, but sometimes they drive a little bit recklessly to try to get back. So just all in all, be careful as you're out and about. And Lord willing, we'll see you back tomorrow. Thank you.